We're rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Oh.
We're moderating a panel.
The three of you. Welcome back to the Mudhole.
Enter the
Yeah,
mud
welcome
hole.
to the Mudhole.
Enter the mud hole.
Oh my god.
That could go at the beginning of the episode instead of the Critterpit intro.
Yeah, do we get a mud hole serenade?
You got it.
What are we hitting?
You guys got to sing a little duet.
I don't got nothing. What do you got?
What you got for us, Mudhole?
When
This is like Jimmy Fallon. They bring the guests on and they do their...
Yeah.
Rock your body.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Rock
your body right.
Mudhole's back.
All right.
Mudhole's back.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay,
Boom.
we got it.
Oh, yeah.
It's locked.
Heck
Thank you.
yeah, welcome to the pit, Mudhole.
Yep.
Graham and Jake together at last.
Yup.
In
And
the
root beer
pit.
vape.
When was the last episode of Mudhole? When did that come out?
It
Yeah.
was probably like 2013.
Okay.
Damn.
So this is a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been
The return.
a couple decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mudhole the return.
I'm very glad to be part of it.
Mm-hmm. Where have you guys been? What have you been up to?
Mudhole's canceled.
No.
What?
No, just kidding.
No.
I
Did you
need
guys
Mudhole.
get canceled,
We got
or have you canceled the show?
What canceled
Mudhole's
you?
very active, actually.
Okay.
Just doesn't release episodes.
Yeah, we just keep it mysterious.
Keep them in the vault.
You only put them out on cassette. You only do live shows now.
Oh, you only put them out physical media.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can find Mudhole in thrift stores near you.
That'd be kind of fun.
That would be
I
fun.
mean, in terms of percentage of episodes, I think we got more lost episodes than.
I mean, percentage-wise, like per
Percentage-wise.
capita, yeah. We have
Yeah.
a few lost
We have like
episodes.
3. If you consider
Yeah.
the After Dark lost.
After Dark was always lost, though.
Yeah. Dubby Pit.
It might only be 2.
There's 3 After Darks. 2 After Darks.
Is there?
Feel like there's 2 After Darks.
Maybe. We kept talking about doing another one, but I don't know that we have yet.
Drop.
Every drop.
I don't know.
Every single
I don't know.
drop.
We've been dropping pretty much everything lately.
Yeah.
We just...
Every single drop.
You
The
drop
last-
it, I soak it up.
The
yeah.
last 2
honestly.
weeks have been contractually obligated episodes
Yeah.
that were 10 minutes? Not even?
Last one was 16.
Damn,
Was
sponge,
it? We went
damn
that long?
piss
Yeah.
sponge.
We went for a little while.
Yeah.
We're
back.
So
We back.
Gladiator.
On the rails.
Gladiator Night.
I haven't seen it.
I've
I
seen
have.
it. That was the movie that I accidentally watched. I accidentally watched all 2.5 hours of it last night. It was just like a little whoopsies
What's the
instead of
one-
Brazil.
That's the one with Joaquin Phoenix, right?
Yeah, Walken. Yeah, he's in it. He's
Joe-
in it.
He's
Joking Phoenix.
incestuous in that film.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
With his sister wife.
Yeah. And Russell Crowe is upset.
Crotch, yeah, he was good.
Yeah. That movie's definitely a little over cheesy at points,
Yeah,
but
it was.
music
I-
goes hard, some set pieces go insane, and yeah, I think it takes a while to get going. But-
Scott's an interesting filmmaker.
And I had just watched, like, literally a couple hours before I watched the movie. I'd watched this, like, I loved it, like, this whole YouTube video some guy put out about how all of these, like, movies like Fight Club, like that kind of movie about, guys who are just,
Alpha males.
yeah, alpha males.
Yeah,
He was kind of
masculine
talking
men.
about how that's
people.
problematic, and I was, like, super down with it. And then, like, half an hour later, I'm like, Gladiator. I loved it.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Positive
Yeah, shout out
masculinity.
FD Signifier on YouTube.
But
Shout out.
isn't Fight
Come on
Club
the pod.
like kind of a criticism of masculinity?
No.
Is it? Yeah.
No, there's no,
No.
criticism.
I've
in
never
that
seen
film.
it.
I
Are you?
also haven't seen
What's there to criticize?
I couldn't.
Yeah, Fight Club is kind of like Gladiator, and I
The
ended up
ending goes
watching it.
hard. The ending goes very hard.
spoilers.
Of Fight Club?
I've never seen Fight Club.
I've never seen Fight Club.
Gladiator
seen
though.
Fight Club either.
Ending. Goes
Gladiator
insane.
was
I love the ending. It's my
yeah,
favorite
Does
part.
it lead right into a sequel?
yeah.
Oh,
It leads
yeah,
right
that's
into a
cool.
sequel with Russell Crowe and Joaquin Phoenix being brought back.
Everything
Yeah.
I've heard about the sequel is that it's like horribly misaccurate.
But
picture.
honestly, the
No,
first
the first one isn't accurate.
yeah, the
either,
first
though.
one isn't
Yeah.
accurate either. He
That's just
like-
all I've read.
Yeah,
about
because
it.
I've read that too, and I was like, when I first saw those headlines, I was like, oh, that's so stupid. Why isn't it historically accurate? Then I got to thinking, I'm like, this dude, he was like the biggest
Yeah.
commander of the Roman army in the first one. He ends up being a gladiator and then killing Caesar
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
in the gladiator arena.
What I heard about the
Not
second one-
historically
No way.
accurate.
Is they got like newspapers and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're sitting in cafes and stuff.
But like
which-
a newspaper was probably better than just
Yeah.
completely fumbling how the emperor
who,
dies.
Like, who cares?
Yeah.
It's just a
Honestly.
silly little.
I can see why
But-
nerds might care.
Hold on.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah.
nerds, dude.
There's, like,
Victory
Graham.
is written by
By the victor?
by the victors.
By the newspaper.
Victory is
So-
written by the Victors.
How do you know the victors?
The Victors is
Didn't
one of my
fake
favorite
it.
Edmonton
Is that
bands.
where
Shout out the
the name
Victors.
Won
Victor
by the-
comes from? Victor.
Almost surely, yes.
That's sick as fuck.
The
You gonna
history.
name your child Victor?
Yeah, he's a
Victor
winner.
LaQuire?
That could go
That's pretty
insane.
hard.
Okay,
Yeah.
I finally thought
He's
of
a winner.
I know it's
my
a dick, though.
my point on masculinity, the
changed his name
criticism
to
on
Victor.
masculinity.
What?
I finally thought about my point, the criticism on masculinity. I saw this YouTube short, and it was Steve Carell, and then this woman comes up to him. He's in like Italy at a gelato place, a gelateria. And then she's
Gelateria?
like, "Oh, you think you could just come here to my favorite gelateria?" And he's like, "Can you keep it down, please?" And then she's like, "No, this man here is telling me to shut up, and he's trying to silence me. I'm done with your white, straight male privilege." And then this Italian woman comes up and she's like, "You think you're a feminist? I fought for you to be an asshole." And destroyed her. And then all the comments were like, yeah.
Facts
And then
and
all
logic.
the comments were like, "The man handled himself very well in this situation." Like as if it was a real thing.
Aren't YouTube shorts supposed to be short?
No, it was pretty long. It was only a minute, but it was like a lot happened in the scene.
That's a
But
fucking
all
long
like
minute, yeah.
all of the comments, it was some movie. I don't know what the movie or a show or something, but I don't know what it's
And how
called.
does this
but
pertain to masculinity?
Well, because there's the Italian woman.
Ultimately, feminism got debunked.
Yeah.
Masculinity. It's
We-
like a leisure that
We
talks
walk
masculinity
so they
has
can run.
achieved. Okay.
I think my point was in the comments, everyone was like treating it as if this was just like someone like recording on the streets, even though it was clearly like a movie or a show. They were like, "Yeah, the man handled himself very well. He was calm."
Me and Graham ingested a lot of Ben Shapiro content the other day.
That's sick.
It was funny. He got like he went on
Yeah.
like a
He-
he went on like a 20.
yeah, a
it
little
was like
bit.
20.
But no, he got fucking destroyed in
like
like every
20
video.
20 liberals debate Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
And like he's sitting there, and one of them will go like he'll be like, "All right, the next topic is abortion laws," and then the people have to like put their hand up to go debate him, so they're on a circle around him like he's in the middle of the gladiator pit,
Yeah.
and so this person goes up, or no, it was trans rights. That's what it was. Or no, it was abortion.
Something
rights.
Ben
But,
Shapiro
the person,
should
The
have
person
an
was
opinion
was a trans man that went up to debate him, and he like just barely
Oh
starts
boy,
talking.
here
He's
we
like,
go.
"So what do you think?" And they're like, "Fuck you, Ben Shapiro." And
No, they
like,
were pretty articulate.
They were articulate, but they
Yeah.
were like every time he would go to speak, they were like, "No, shut the fuck up! You don't know anything that I go through."
They were very passionate, but I thought everything they were saying was very valid.
Yeah, no, I'm saying it was
And it
valid,
was-
but like he could not get a word in edgewise because they were like, "No, you don't get."
But
to
I think
debate
that I think that's good when you're arguing with like
Fucking
those
Ben
kind of-
Shapiro.
Like, he puts himself
And-
in that situation.
And the person who was going against Ben Shapiro like made a point of being like, I'm just doing the exact same thing you do, where you like overload somebody with all these points and not let them get a word in. So they're
Yeah.
just doing what Shapiro
Yeah,
did.
no, it was
yeah.
great. It was great. You could tell he was trying to go for the like, "Oh, they're just yelling at me." And
Yeah,
they won't
there's
let me
emotional.
speak." They're not being respectful in this.
They're not
in this
using
debate.
logical. They're just letting their emotions win. But it was so funny because Shapiro, like his face was going red in the
Oh,
video.
shit.
He was all like flustered.
You're right.
He's great.
Yeah. But the reason
That's
we were
speaking of
ingesting
memes.
so much Shapiro content is we were trying to find some Keegan comments.
Oh,
We were like binging them, trying to find Keegan
Yeah,
somewhere.
Ethan was showing me his like ritual of every time he finds a comment by Keegan, he replies to it. It says Keegan spotted.
spotted.
Yeah. Have you been hitting that?
We've sent the critters to do that.
Yeah. Me and
There's-
Graham, I think Keegan's off the game because we went like
Yeah,
probably
I mean,
an
he
hour and a
keeps getting
half.
banned.
Yeah.
Damn. He went through like 3 accounts.
Keegan,
Not his
when you
Instagram,
listen to
though,
this,
It was Instagram.
Keegan, when you listen to this, please come back. I miss you. I miss seeing you out there, man.
Start
Keegan,
fighting the good fight.
You need to cut it out.
Oh, Jordan got
Jordan.
Keegan.
There's so many young men like you who need.
Jordan
who
put
always are-
Keegan into one of those meat-induced comas.
Let people like Ben talk.
Apple cider-induced
Are
coma.
you Jordan Peele right now?
I'm Jordan Peelson.
Yeah, he's Jordan
Peelson.
Peele's in the studio with us.
I don't know. I don't have anything else.
Those were good points, Jordan.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I saw a speech on Instagram by Donald Trump, like his first speech, or not. I don't know.
Oh,
if it was
yeah,
his
Trump
first speech,
won
but
the
he was
election.
like, he was talking about his whole thing on like gender affirming care. He's getting rid of all the gender affirming care for minors. So he's going on about like they're trying to get surgeries for underage people. This is fucked up. But then like in the middle of it, he hides a little thing. He's like, I'm getting rid of all like gender affirming surgery for all ages. And then just continues talking about minors. Like he hid that in there.
Yeah.
All I'm trying to say is if you didn't make an Instagram video crying after the election, do you even care? Do you even
Yeah.
care about our future?
Critterpit stands strong that we were crying.
Yeah, we're actually
We went
gonna
on live
record
many
a crying video
times.
after this. We're gonna record.
crying
it.
right
We're
now.
Crying.
We're crying
we
right
are,
now.
but we're not recording it on
That's
video.
why the episodes have
Video's
been so
right.
short.
Camera's right up there. Crying to the
Been
camera.
so short recently. We've just been too sad.
We've
to
been
record.
mourning.
The
These are-
state of the world is just.
We've been
These are
mourning.
tears of joy. For my boy.
R.I.P. Kamala Harris.
See, personally, like my mom cried when Donald Trump was first elected. My mom cried.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't really understand it because I'm like,
Yeah, my mom was pretty
another
upset too.
country, we didn't have all of the, like we had the stuff about him going like, we need to build a wall and everything, but
He was
it's
more of a
clearly just, like,
meme.
campaigning. Like
Yeah.
he's not actually going to build a wall.
He tried.
He tried. It
Worst
didn't get
wall
very far.
ever.
Yeah.
Build a dome.
But
It's a wall
I could
with
definitely
slits in it.
understand crying for the second time because I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Could have
no,
Are you
it's-
Fir-
surprised?
Both times it's like we could have first female president
Were
or
you surprised?
Rapist.
I was yeah, I was pretty surprised.
Or, like-
I
You're
checked.
silly.
a genuine joke of the political system.
Well, I
Yeah.
checked how the results were doing like
Yeah,
the
Graham
day
was-
before it came out, and Donald Trump was like only needed like I think probably like 14 more seats to win. Kamala needed like 70 or something, and it was showing like what all the states were probably going to be, and they were all red.
I saw that shit coming. Guess I'm just smarter.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess I'm just smart like that.
fucking yeah. I don't know. We need Keegan on this app.
we
but-
do need Keegan on
Yeah.
this
Keegan
app.
saw it coming.
Keegan's
was
gonna
really
analyze this
stupid.
app, and he's gonna have a lot to say about it.
Yeah, I mean Biden.
If Keegan was leaving those Instagram comments, all I'm saying is
Did you see
the results could have been
did you see the
different.
Biden walking on sand video?
No.
It's sick, dude. Just a video from a couple days ago of him stumbling on sand. It's cute.
Oh, Joe.
I love Joe
Oh,
Biden.
Donald.
He is a very cute
He
president.
he did fuck this up though.
Yeah.
It's so hard to care. It's all so silly. Like
Yeah.
it's all just fucking so. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's like you just gotta.
I try
be
not
the
to
person
care.
you want to be in your life, and
But it will definitely affect us.
See, if it,
Not
if,
us.
it, if it had no
Group of
effect on
white
Canada,
men
I would
will
not
be
have any
fine.
care. But like,
Well, just like economically, everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it would be
Canada's
crazy.
directly tied to everything America
Yeah.
does. You know that Pierre
No, the
Trudeau.
stock- did you not see the stock market went up like significantly after Trump got elected?
We'll see.
oh shit! So
I'm just more
economy's
concerned
booming.
about-
economy is
Wait a
booming.
shit. But
the
stock
raisin.
market was
Call me a
up.
nerd, but I'm just
Well,
worried about
because
the
Donald-
rising reactionary
Donald Trump,
ideology shit.
No, it's
part of this
great.
recent campaign, Donald Trump was saying he was going to impose like a 15% tariff on like every country that trades with the U.S.
we'll see.
There's no way.
He said that, and then I
he
was
says
just
a
like
lot of
watching like
things.
this.
He also said he was going to stay in office for more than 4 years.
Yeah.
He said a lot of.
Well, he's already in for more than 4
yeah,
years
but
now.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Graham.
Yeah,
Stop
I
being
know.
such a troll.
I mean,
You young men are always trolls
Let's
like
see.
this. You're ruining our society.
third term.
How
Donald Trump,
common
2028.
How common is it for
calling
a
it.
president to like have a year where another president's in, and then they get
think
their
that's
second 4 years?
not
It's not
super
common.
uncommon.
Yeah, I think
Has
it's a
it happened
comeback.
before?
I think there is a precedent
not
for
like
it.
Didn't
back to
George
back.
Bush do that?
W,
The first
no.
one?
Senior, maybe.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
I think
crazy.
he- I
Wasn't
don't-
it if he didn't win, he was
I don't
going to
know.
go to prison?
Well,
Yeah, I
he's
think
still.
so.
It's weird because he still has all of these charges against him.
I mean, they're gone.
no,
They're
but
done.
They're state level, and the way that the government is set up in America, like federal versus state, they're like supposed to be completely separate.
Oh.
So he could technically still go to jail at the
It's not
state
gonna
level,
happen.
and he can't pardon himself
Is
on
that
those
in
crimes.
Washington?
That's in New York.
Hopefully.
So
But he's
not-
gonna fuck up that, like
He's
it's
in
not gonna
Washington.
happen. But
Yeah.
no, he's in Washington, but he's still being charged in New York.
But is he gonna go to jail?
What's
in
he
New
being
York?
charged for
How are they
specifically?
gonna get him? He's in
Is it
Washington.
I
the
don't
rape
remember what.
stuff,
I think
or-
it's the rape stuff.
Yeah.
Is
Didn't he do a bunch of fraud
is it
and
Ivanka
stuff?
Trump? Is
Yeah.
that his wife?
Yeah.
Is it Ivanka?
Yeah.
Is that his current wife? I think.
Did they
No, it's
divorce?
Melania.
Melania.
Love is not
That might be
real.
his daughter.
Yeah. It might be. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Who knows? I want him to say.
Melania, first lady again. Best first lady.
She hated being first lady. It was great.
How's that Baron turning out?
Dude, there's literally
Bad.
been there's literally
really bad.
How
What's
so?
been happening with Baron?
There's
just
been.
tall and shit.
Yeah, he's tall, but like his
Creepy.
nannies have been reporting that he's like abusing.
He's
like,
been hanging out with Hunter.
Abusing like animals.
I remember.
Oh,
like,
no.
crazy shit.
Oh shit! I remember.
Get him in office.
I remember people were getting him into anime. Like he was on Twitter, and everyone was like recommending him anime.
Nice.
He's watching them.
He's been hanging
Well,
out
that
with
would be
Hunter,
better.
getting into the
Yeah, crack cocaine.
Hunter Hancock, Meat Canyon.
Hunter
Hunter
Biden.
Biden.
Oh, okay. We love Hunter Biden.
We do love Hunter Biden,
He's
Do
pretty
we?
sick. When I hang out with him, he's pretty dope.
All I know about him is that he did crack.
and he's
He's sick.
Is that why we
I
Next
love
think
him?
he
dick
should be
pics
the
and
next
stuff.
president.
Good.
Yeah.
good dick.
Yeah.
Hunter?
Could be.
I haven't seen it.
Hold that up.
Pull shit
Yeah,
up.
pull it up. Pull up.
Whoa!
Pull up the leak.
Whoa!
Holy. Get him in office.
Biden for president.
Pull
for
up
real.
The
For real,
leaks.
for real.
He's sleepier than Joe.
Yeah. That's why he does crack.
Who's the actor who plays Deadpool? Ryan Reynolds.
Canadian.
Pull up Ryan Reynolds' dick pic right now.
No.
No.
Joe actually is fine. He's just been seeing the way that Hunter's been acting, and he thinks that must be the hip new way.
Yeah, he's trying to appeal to the
Trying to
young.
get that younger voter base.
Yeah.
It's just incoherent, mumbling.
Rambling.
God
Oh,
bless.
it's great.
I love those
The
like
world's
little
great.
moments
World
of
is
just
great.
him saying like the sickest shit though. Like someone asked him, like he went to like a
Joey?
Joe. They were talking to him and they're like, you visited this this like old folks home or something like for people with dementia. Like did that have anything to do with your dementia or something like that? And he's like, they were like, what are you doing there? And he's like, well, we were bringing Bin Laden to the gates of hell. And that was his response.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Some anime.
I don't know. Joey, yeah. Not the worst president.
Joe Biden?
Yeah.
How so?
Not at all. He's doing a lot of like little social things that
Mm.
nobody knows about.
Will surely be
He's
undone in like 6 months.
No, it's just that Trump's gonna take the credit for a lot of these things
Oh.
because Joe didn't, and
Like what?
It's just how it works.
he just put up a lot of like different set up you build this like new art center in whatever tiny hick town
Mhm.
and creates jobs, does all these things, but it would never be brought to you by Joe Biden or anything. Like he
Yeah.
wouldn't advertise it, so
Yeah.
nobody would know that
Oh,
he's
that's
doing
good.
all these things. It's
should've-
good, but it's like, come on, you need to tell people.
He should have.
No.
He
Like,
should have
gotta
created
be humble.
the
Humble
Biden
core.
Biden cake.
No.
And that's how it always
So-
goes. Always the next whoever's in office next
Yeah,
comes in. It's like all the bad stuff that was done was
Yeah,
the
it was
last
them.
person's fault.
And
All the good stuff is them.
Because like 4 years is such a short amount of time. Like
Mhm.
Yeah, there's
you don't
nothing-
really affect change
No,
like in that
yeah.
time to notice.
Like how fucking long does bills sit in legislation?
Yeah,
for?
exactly.
Yeah.
So
I think that's why Trump won was just because a lot of probably young men too, like just didn't
Yeah.
care to go out to vote.
oh yeah, so many people
I think
didn't
that's
vote.
Trump's
why.
seen as like an outsider who gets shit done. He shakes the system up.
And there's also I think there's
But,
so much like misinformation. A lot of people talk about how like the right is so
Efficient.
brain rotted by
Yeah.
like Russian shit, but
It's-
there's a lot of that on the left too.
Oh, it's
It-
the
like,
fucking.
It's
entire-
all the same shit
Yeah.
in America at the end of the day. Anywhere, really, in a two-party system. It's all going to be the fucking same side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different sides of the same coin.
Yeah, no, but the people who didn't vote is like, what are you doing? Like that's
Yeah.
so stupid.
The
to, like,
75.
I completely understand the apathy apathy, but like
Yeah.
you
But
do have some.
if you're like, oh, I'm not voting like
'Cause it
for
doesn't
Gaza
matter.
or like for these things, it's like, well, you're just
Yeah.
gonna make it worse. Like, there's no.
No, for sure.
Trump
I completely
does not help these
understand
things.
the apathy.
It would be
though,
hard.
'cause
Yeah,
it all
absolutely.
seems
Because, like, you see,
completely-
2016, Trump gets in, right? And everybody's
Yeah.
saying this is the end of America.
Yeah.
4 years, it's kind of like life just kind of goes on. And then all of a sudden,
Gets
Biden
a lot worse
goes
for
in.
disenfranchised people,
it
though.
does, but
Yeah.
it kind of just fucking, like, what presidents just fucking
Yeah.
don't do shit, right?
No, I mean,
and then
just until they
Biden,
start a war.
Slow
that's
slip
true. And then
down to
Biden
the
comes in,
right.
and everybody else saying, "Oh, it's the other way around. Everything's
Yeah.
gonna,
Yeah.
life is gonna suck on the other side, and fucking
Yeah.
nothing happens." And so it's like you've had two of like the exact extreme opposites. Everybody's saying this is the end of the
Yeah.
world because of this,
At the end of the day,
and
they're
then it's
the,
just fucking life goes on.
Yeah,
they're the same
exactly.
shit.
It's hard to
Same
fucking
shit,
care.
different flavors, but
Yeah.
should
The
always
only-
probably vote for the side that's like
Yeah, you should-
less
you should-
persecution of
yeah, you should always
minorities.
vote
Less
for-
billionaire coded.
The
Yeah.
only one that would
I don't
have
know.
made
Even though
people
it's all the
care,
same
I think,
fucking
is
shit.
Bernie getting in. I think everyone would
Yeah.
have felt the burn. It would have been great.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's so old.
Yeah.
He is.
Well,
I
he's
love
out.
Bernie.
He like dropped out the last
Yeah.
race.
He got elected again though.
Yeah, I like Bernie.
He's an independent.
He
He's not
is
even
now?
a Democrat. Yeah, he's an independent now.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
he's never been Democrat. He was like the Socialist
Oh,
Party.
really? Okay.
It's 302.
You got to call
Shit.
315.
That's in 13 minutes.
Fuck.
Never seen it.
Biden.
Wake up.
Wake
Oh,
up. I saw a
Joe
really
Biden.
crazy
Soon your
edit
time will
where they
come.
had like Joe Biden like stumbling
Joe
through like a
Biden.
black void and just the voice of
9/11.
Joe Biden.
Wake up, Biden.
Wally.
9/11.
He's like
Is
just
Wally still
tweaking.
coming on H3?
No,
No. What happened there?
I don't remember.
Just old meme?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there was some weird drama.
Of
Like he might have
course.
gone to jail or something, but
Oh, shit.
I don't remember the details.
Did you see the fucking Jimmy Lee shit with H3, Jake?
No.
Where he like broke into the studio or
Oh,
something?
maybe I saw like he randomly showed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I
and
did
they
see
Oh,
confronted him.
God.
That's so
And
sick.
apparently Jimmy Lee's a creep.
Yeah, probably.
Who could have guessed?
Probably.
Like an actual, like, ugh,
Yeah.
not just FOMO.
Yeah.
Who could have guessed?
I know, but it makes me sad. Oh,
He
Jimmy.
had that FOMO.
He had that FOMO.
Jimmy.
Do you guys remember that time when Kamala, like, this was when she was vice president, and she was like,
She
someone
still
was
was vice
asking
president.
her about like weed legalization, and they were like, "Have you ever tried weed?" And she was like, "I'm Jamaican, of course I've tried weed."
Oh,
And then her father, who's like this very well respected professor,
yeah.
came out and was like, "I'm disowning Kamala."
Remember that time when Kamala imprisoned a bunch of people off petty weed charges?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a cop,
did?
right?
She was a
Yeah.
prosecutor.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Coppola Harris.
She's one of the boys in blue.
Yes.
Salute.
We stand with her.
Just two.
Hold that
perfect
thin blue
options.
line.
There's always
Because
the
it was
most beautiful
Kamala.
options in the
Yeah.
US.
Kamala was running, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who was the fucking Kennedy guy? What was he running under? Just
RFK?
independent?
RFK. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was initially running for like the Democrat.
Dude, he would have got
seat.
killed.
Yeah.
His family record.
Yeah.
he well yeah. Also, he was smart to drop out. He's gonna just have a cushy role with Trump now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
Hopefully he's
God.
able
They say that
to-
he's gonna like lead the FDA. It's like, come on.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
all
He's
a
gonna-
joke.
he's
Hopefully
gonna-
he could do good with that.
I
I
don't.
don't know.
Brainworm man.
He's
Brain
gonna
worm?
allow pink sauce
He
to
has
be
worms.
He
sold
has worms
across
in
the
his
country.
brain.
I'm gonna make him speak like this.
Was he the guy who like actually had a worm in his brain?
Yes.
Brain worms.
That's awesome.
RFK Jr. Shout the fuck
Representation,
out.
finally.
My people.
Every once in a while, he just goes. The
Uh,
worms itch in his brain.
Yeah.
Just trickles out of
For
his
me,
ear.
there's no brain left. It's just the worms have formed a consciousness.
It's like,
and
have you
that's
ever
what it
played?
is.
Have you ever played Halo? It's like the hunters. They're just these masses of worms that come together and make a
Oh
massive
yeah,
creature.
I remember from Halo Reach.
That's your brain.
Yeah, literally.
this is your brain on worms.
Yeah.
Yeah, things are good.
If you could
Do you
pick
think
anyone,
we'll get to a Brazil level dystopia?
surely.
Hopefully.
Or will
Is
the world be dead by
Donald
then?
Trump going to try and extend his presidency past the 8 years? Do you
I,
think?
think you're gonna
past
see
the
some
40s.
shit. You're gonna see some shit.
I don't know. He's old and not healthy.
I want him to
Yeah, I
try
don't
to pull
see
some
that
shit
happening.
and
I
just
want
have
him to try
everything
that.
crumble.
I do like that would be fucked.
Yeah.
It'd be real.
I want to see some January
see it.
6th shit.
Yeah.
To,
But I want it
so
to
that
not
like they're
affect me.
no, I want like I don't want
I don't want a
there to be
war.
mass
I don't want a
suffering,
civil war.
but I want people to like wake up and realize like these are not just harmless grifters. These people
Yeah.
are fucking coming for rights and completely operating on self-interest.
But the thing is, like, they don't care. Like, that's a virtue. Like, it's
I
crazy.
want there to be
Honestly,
mass suffering.
Wouldn't the Civil War be worse if the Democrats won? If the Republicans were the ones who were mad?
Wasn't it the other way around that time? Like Republicans were the North
Yeah,
or
the
something?
Democrats
Yeah.
were the racists.
I
They
feel
were like,
more, I feel more safe with the Democrats being the ones that want to revolt against the government rather than the Republicans with all the guns.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's also, like, the Civil War. Like, that couldn't happen now.
There needs to be some sort of mass suffering, unfortunately, for
Yeah,
there
it would
to
be- it
be
would be
change.
crazy.
I'm looking
It's going to
forward.
be some kind
I
of
love
global
mass
warming
suffering.
thing. Like,
think
it's
so?
already happening with the
I think it's going to
hurricanes
be
and shit.
some sort of war.
I hope so.
I don't know.
I want to fight.
I don't know, man. You getting Trump in office?
In the States, though?
I love all the shit
I
where
could
they're
see
like.
some shit going down
Have you guys seen like the studies that
I
are
don't
like?
know. I think he's going to escalate everything, like in Israel
outside
and
of
Ukraine.
the States. But that, like,
But that's not...
everything's interconnected, you know?
I know, but I don't think that's going to come to the States anytime soon.
I'm pretty sure studies were saying like back in 2020 that like by 2025 if we don't like reduce our carbon emissions
Yeah,
by
we're
like
fucked.
we're fucked. And immediately like all these places start going like we're trying to go net zero carbon emissions but like the company I was working for at the time that like that factory job I had they had this whole meeting and we're like, yeah, we're planning to be like net zero carbon emissions by 2040.
That's same with RDP. It's
Yeah,
like
this-
2050, isn't it?
Something like
Jesus.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how are you supposed to force everybody to go carbon?
You just got to make it a law. Like,
Yeah.
War.
War.
There
gotta go to war with
unfortunately
China.
needs to be
Nuke
some sort of conflict.
everyone.
That's
It's
the
gonna
only
heat
way
up the
things
planet for a little
change.
bit.
People don't just fucking change through theory and wishing well.
I say get some
Shouldn't even
ice.
be wishing well. It's like so obvious. Like,
Yeah.
It's
But
middle of
propaganda
November and
runs
there's no
so
snow.
deep. That's kind of sick, though.
Let's just overclock our fridges.
It's sick, but it's like
That's not sick.
That's
It's
not.
bad.
That should not be happening.
Yeah.
I think we should speed up time until it hits midnight. And
Time stop.
just
It makes
total
you think-
global
That clock to
destruction.
midnight.
Doesn't
thing,
that
I
just
think
make
is
you
so
want to raise a
stupid.
family into
Well, what
this
are we
world?
like? A minute to midnight?
I don't know what we are now. I think we're a couple minutes to midnight now.
Yeah.
It was
That
it was
doomsday
briefly
clock.
like really close, like less than a minute to midnight. I think
Hands
Let's
that
look it up.
threaten
during the pandemic it was very very close.
Yeah.
30.
minutes
No, you know, like
to
the nuclear clock.
No, it's the Iron Maiden song. 2
We are a minute and a half to
minutes
midnight.
to midnight.
Oh, 1 minute. Nuclear war.
Hands
New Year!
that threaten
Minus 60 seconds till the end of the world.
Let's go.
This is the closest it's ever been.
minutes to midnight.
I don't think so. I don't. Think
That's
we're
crazy because that
close to-
song by Iron Maiden was released in like probably 80s, 90s, and that was 2 minutes
it's
to
fine.
midnight, and
Yeah,
that was
now we're
crazy.
A minute and a half.
Dude, if they drop a nuke, if somebody drops a nuke, I'm just gonna grab that shit out of the air as it drops, and I'm gonna fucking throw it back, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna grab it. You're gonna stick it in your like little your nuke launcher.
Fucking throw
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put it in my pocket, and I'm gonna drive up to Saskatchewan until I'm in North Battleford, and then whew,
I'm gonna blow
Let it
that
rip.
shit up.
Yeah, that.
Make some fucking hills.
yeah, change up the terrain a bit.
Let's go. North Battleford. Yeah, it needs.
Get your parents out of there.
1991. That was
If the
when we were
nukes are
furthest
flying,
from
call your
midnight.
parents up. They're in North Battleford first.
1991. We were
Just
17
imagine
minutes
Russians,
from
like-
midnight.
Fuck yeah.
That's good.
That's good.
It's just such a stupid clock. Like,
That's
what does it
that's
mean?
a little interesting.
Didn't the person who like came up with that whole metaphor like win a Nobel Prize?
Probably. I don't know.
Over
It's-
under.
It's popular.
What do you think the odds are that like we are gonna get drafted in a war?
What are the
We?
odds that I'm gonna get drafted? 0.
That they'll try to draft though.
In our
That they'll have
lifetime,
a
in our
draft?
lifetime, I'm
Mhm.
gonna say
10%.
Where?
Where what?
What do you think? What war will this be?
Probably something over like in Eastern Europe, I'd say.
Well, then again, we are Canada,
it's-
so like
We're gonna follow the states, and it
we're
seems
gonna
like
be
the
in
states is gonna.
war, but are we gonna get drafted?
I'll kill myself.
Yeah. When was the last time Canada had a draft?
Yeah, I don't even know.
World
drafts.
War II? Did we
Draft
Did
picks?
we even have a draft then?
We must.
Was there-
No,
no,
because
did we
people
have a draft
fled to
during the-
Canada. People fled to Canada.
Was Canada involved in the Vietnam War at all?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
That was a police effort.
Kamala.
Police effort?
It was never a war.
Kamala started the
Huh?
Vietnam War.
She was the DA of the Vietnam War.
I would not get drafted personally.
Yeah, I would probably say, hey,
My
miss me
knees-
with that.
My knees would probably explode that same day.
I'd probably say, oops. Can't.
Twice. It was the World Wars. Yeah.
Would you guys burn your draft on the steps of Parliament?
I mean, I would definitely try and get out of it. I'm not.
I'm not going to war.
Yeah, I'm not. I
That's
don't.
what was- that was-
I don't feel that like patriotism. There's
That-
no.
Put me in jail.
I'd fight like
I don't care.
I'd fight a war if like America was for some reason was trying to like annex us. I'd fight that war probably.
Well, I would have. It would have to be a real like human rights thing.
No,
for
but
me
If
to
think
fight
America
about
was
it,
trying to
think about it.
fucking take us over, I'd definitely fight that
Think
war.
about it.
take
Ethan,
over
Ethan,
Canada,
Ethan.
whatever.
We're
You
good.
just let it happen.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Ethan, if
Fuck
we get
that
drafted,
shit.
Why would they
if
want
we
us?
get drafted, we join the like film division,
Yeah, no.
and we're filming the war, and it's a war crime to kill us because we're documenting it.
Yeah,
You ever played Fallout?
war crime.
They annexed Canada in Fallout.
Oh shit, we gotta worry actually now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if we won
Shit.
that war, Canada's cultural identity would
And in Fallout,
skyrocket. We'd actually start
there's
developing
nukes.
our own identity.
we would have a national identity.
We'd have
We'd
then
start
have a
watching
national
Canadian
cinema.
films.
And then they turn into ghouls.
Shit.
We're gonna get drafted, and then we're gonna fucking turn into ghouls.
I think Alberta would be like the first to concede. We'd be so
I think
happy to become
if the
American.
nukes are
that'd
coming,
be
I'm
bad.
hiding in a
Genuinely,
lead-lined
like, fucking
fridge,
50% of Alberta.
and I'm
would-
turning into
Yeah,
a ghoul.
let's get
over
it.
and I'm
50%
gonna sit in
of
that
it was
fridge
like
for like
a
40 years.
vast majority were like, yeah, Trump.
But would that go as far as to fucking joining America?
I bet it would.
Fuck it.
I don't know.
You heard it here on the Critterpit. It's always getting political.
So
a
you would
mudhole.
It's always
you would
getting
only
political.
fight a war if it had a human rights concern.
I mean, I still would rather not.
But like, say they're like, yo, fucking over in Mongolia, it's a genocide over there, and Canada's like part of that war. Would you go over to fight?
If I'm drafted, I guess.
Only if you're drafted.
I'm not.
So the
I'm
human
never
rights concern
volunteering.
don't go that deep.
I'm never volunteering for a war. I need to.
I'd just be fucking playing DS in the bushes. while-
Yeah.
Playing
If they're
Pokemon
trying
Go
to draft
over there.
me, I'm saying make me
Cut my leg off.
an army general, and then maybe I'll fight in the war.
What's the minimum amount of
Can I just
body
be like?
mutilation
Can
I
I
need
just
to
be
do
like
to get out of the
Oppenheimer?
draft?
Can I just do what Oppenheimer?
No, I
was
honestly
doing?
don't care. Put me in prison. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Prison
probably.
way better than
Yeah, you're
war.
safe in prison. Like
Yeah.
the nukes aren't
Well,
gonna hit you. in prison.
safer.
Yeah.
Safer than war. Yeah.
I know a
Yeah.
draft dodger. I'd probably just do that too.
Say his
That
name.
You know what
Draft.
draft? You know what draft?
You heard
dodger?
it here first, Canadian government.
I am
We're
that
dodging
person.
that shit. So don't
Can we
even
get a
try.
Don't even
No.
fucking try.
Yeah.
We're
Do
the
they-
first people in the draft.
They have war radio. We could be the war radio people.
Guys,
I could
we
be
have
the
to-
John Williams.
We have to interrogate.
Good.
Well, no, we'll do just the
Jake.
Critterpit podcast.
Get this
Go to
right.
the troops.
Good morning, critters.
Today on the podcast, we're maybe going to talk about Brazil. None of us watched Brazil.
No, we're here to talk about some war crime happening because we'd be
I-
a war military
And yeah,
podcast.
then in Gladiator.
But
when,
then we'd actually talk about
It would
movies.
just be preamble.
We'd be locked into the movies.
Yeah. That the troops would love us.
The troops
Is
would
this
love us.
allowed to be the episode on Brazil if none of us have watched it?
I've watched it.
We've all seen it. At
Well,
one
you've all
point.
seen it.
Yeah.
I basically,
we could
yeah, I
postpone
saw
it. Just make this up.
This is the Mudhole.
You're
ep-
genuinely
Yeah,
feeling the
but-
vibe right now.
Yeah.
That's just I've been in my own war for too long.
It's a Mudhole. ep. We'll do Brazil another time.
So
Yeah.
yeah, Gladiator was 10 out of 10.
The world is burning.
The world is burning, but that's okay.
I'm not gonna
I'll
get
be
drafted,
dead
but
hopefully before the world burns. Too bad.
I
Just let me
will
make
fight
movies.
in the Megalopolis Coliseum, but I'm not gonna get drafted.
If I knew Adam Driver was drafting
What
me,
if
then
they're
I would
like-
fight.
What if they give you a gun and they're like, you can kill people? with
No,
this?
I know that's what they do. That's,
Okay,
what
if-
branch of the military would you hope to serve in?
Journalism, obviously.
No, like
No,
a
but
film.
like
making making propaganda.
Army,
cartoons.
Navy,
No, I'd probably make
Air
the bullets.
Force.
That would
See-
be sick. Yeah.
Right off the bat, Navy. Even though that'd probably be
Really?
the most horrifying. Because I've always wanted to see the ocean. So if I'm going to fucking die, I'm going to only see the ocean before
Yes,
I die.
Saskatchewan boy wants to see the ocean.
Yeah.
JPEG.
What of it?
I'm the
What
same.
of it?
I'm ocean pilled.
So Navy?
How cool would it be to fly a plane, though?
Am I joining the Navy?
Navy would be horrifying, I think.
I'd be a
'Cause, like,
drone operator.
I feel like it'd be better than just Army.
I feel like just dying a watery death is like the
Sick.
thing of
I've
nightmares.
heard drowning is somewhat peaceful.
I refuse to believe that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Have you
'cause
ever
I
seen
think-
those simulated videos of somebody out in the ocean as they slowly go down and start to drown?
Are you
Yeah.
talking about the Un Voyage à la Mer?
I don't speak
That's why you take your emergency whippets right before you drown.
And
You'll be
just-
fine.
Take your meth.
Yeah.
Just tweaking to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in Navy. You're in.
Space Force.
There's no Space
Oh,
Force.
There is a Space
There is a
Force.
Space Force. And
That's a Trump thing.
You're Navy, Graham?
I don't know if I'd be Navy. I'd probably.
What was JPEG Mafia in?
Yeah, what's JPEG?
He didn't like it.
Yeah, what branch is Danny Brown in?
I'd be front. I'd probably pick front lines.
Really?
But
Tank?
Really?
just think about it. Think about it. I'm on front lines.
First
Bullets
to
are whizzing
die.
past me,
Yeah.
and then I go, "Time stop!"
And then I'm
And
over
I
on the
kill
ocean.
Who's calling me right now?
Put them on speaker.
Put 'em on speaker.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yo, you're on the pit.
You are on the
You're
pod.
live on air.
Housing costs and accessibility in Canada.
Yo, you're on the pit.
Shit, is this the draft?
Shit. Graham Adam Crick. You have been signed up for Frontlines Combat. Oh shit, I'm getting a call.
Ethan LaQuire.
You are going to the ocean,
Yeah.
Saskatchewan boy.
Okay, that was a city hall from North
dude.
Battleford, I think.
I feel like I'd want to be
What-
Air Force.
What branch are you joining, Jake? If you had to.
I'd probably say I'd make the helmets.
Yeah. Factory worker.
Yeah.
There's no
Well, is that a
glory.
branch or is that just?
It's not a branch.
No.
That's
You'd have to be a woman for that.
Yeah.
Dude, don't. Yeah, right.
historically.
Because
I'd set up.
no.
Mark yourself as a woman.
Oh, you know what? You know what?
Who are you to judge me?
I cut off my dick.
You identify as trans. You're banned from the military. You get to
Yeah.
make bullets.
Is that how that works in Canada?
I don't think that's how it works. in Canada.
I don't know.
Definitely in America still, I think.
I think so.
Which is kind of sick, right?
Yeah.
Just like avoid
I
all.
would not complain.
Oh no.
No, you
Oh,
have
no.
to complain
Are
so
there,
that they
like-
think
are
you're.
there very
you think you're
patriotic
against
trans people who are like,
Yeah.
get us in there?
I need to be in the army.
I mean, I get it on just principles, but fucking take the W, guys.
Yeah, I'd
Come
probably
on, that is a
pick
W.
Bear Division, like that
Do they-
bear
Bear
that was in
Division.
the.
Do they
Russian
let gay
military.
people in the military in America?
I think gay people are also not allowed in the military, but like that's the
Everyone
enti-
is gay in the
that's
Yeah.
the
military.
entirety of the Navy.
Yeah.
Military.
You seen their little hats? Come
Yeah.
on. Come on.
Yeah.
Next, you're gonna tell me they can vote.
Oh, Mudhole.
Oh, Mudhole. Yeah, just-
Okay, don't be throwing shade like that when you guys are on the Epstein list.
Yeah. Little Epstein Islanders.
They were the
Little
titty
island
parties.
cut that
boys.
out. Cut that out.
They're the titty parties.
Yeah, we were trying to stop him.
You trying to
Yeah.
stop
Who's
the
a
Diddy
Diddy
party?
stop?
We're just
Diddy,
there
this isn't
for
you. Diddy, this
there
isn't
for
you.
the free food.
We just wandered in. Like, why is everybody wearing white? What's going on? What's going on upstairs?
Why are you so slippery?
I saw a little clip from some show of like this kid opening up his blinds and it's just Diddy, like just a video of Diddy on the other side. This was an actual show. And he's like, "Hey, I can see into your bedroom. How's it going?" And the kid's like, "Ah, Mom, Dad, there's a giant Diddy in my window." This
Man.
was an actual show.
That's
Stop
great.
playing with the wires, Graham.
Do the wire.
Did that fuck up the transmission?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
It's a write-off.
Bro, my dad, who's like never politically inclined at all,
I
like
thought you
the
say
other-
he listened to the pod. I
Oh,
was-
that'd be horrifying.
Big
The other
Epstein
day, he
fan,
was
big
like,
Epstein
"So you've heard about P Diddy, right?" And he was like going off on P Diddy. He's like so informed about all that
That's so
shit.
funny.
I thought you
I
were
lo-
gonna say
I
like
like-
the Epstein thing where he didn't really know
Yeah,
Jeffrey
when Epstein died, he's like, "You guys heard about that Jeffrey Epstein guy who committed suicide?" I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Oh,
committed suicide?
fuck, it was so tragic, right? Just all these famous celebrities going. You'd think they'd be so happy with all the money they have, and
He didn't.
they take the easy way out. It's just really sad." I'm like, "Dad, you are so innocent. Like you just don't know what's
The
happening."
opposite. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I like
But
that
he's-
bit you did when we were watching Sunny and Diddy showed up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was great.
just pure ignorance.
Yeah.
Who's Diddy?
Oh, Diddy,
What'd he do?
the diddler.
What songs is he known for?
I don't know.
I'm a dids.
The only Diddy content that I've watched was a Diddy documentary, like
Man, who's
before
that
all
all
the
big stuff
cancellations,
about?
like
Mm.
2 years ago. It was before I was going to a film set. I was going to do like a behind the scenes thing. And they're like, "Hey, we want it in the style of this P. Diddy documentary." So I watched the P. Diddy documentary.
So you set up cameras in the bathrooms.
yeah, exactly.
Did they have any heat on him at that point, or was it?
He's
just,
one of those guys
he
who's
was
had,
like,
like-
holier than thou. At that
Wasn't it
point.
an open secret? I thought like everyone fucking
yeah.
knew about it in the
Yeah.
industry. And he had
Like,
like
I
he
knew,
was
I
Is
knew
it
like the
Chris
white
Rock
parties
or
were
Kevin
pretty.
Hart. One of them was
Oh, people know, dude. People. I mean,
Chris-
I mean, it was so
he was
big.
like the
people had
term
to have
Diddy
known.
party was like a meme for a long time. I thought.
Yeah,
A lot
but he
of
had
people
those
had
like big
those
white
parties.
parties. Like
Mhm.
that was huge.
yeah, a lot of people, and it's hard to
And
hide what's
he
happening.
always had like kind of
Yeah.
like he always had creepy vibes, and he
We
seemed
knew.
like he played into it with all the things he was always in was just he's freaky.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back and listen to the Critterpit first episode,
Oh,
we were
yeah.
saying
We're like Jeffrey Epstein.
check Diddy.
Have
Diddy.
you seen
Yeah,
the video
um,
of him and Justin
Mark
Who are you gonna
Bieber?
call
Ruffalo.
out next? Mark Ruffalo.
P Diddy and Justin
Oh,
Mark
Bieber.
Ruffalo parties.
The Wahlberg parties.
I bet the Wahlberg.
Mudhole parties.
Have you seen the videos of Diddy and Justin Bieber?
Yeah,
And,
fuck.
like he hasn't seen him in a little bit. And he's like,
Fuck.
"Why haven't we been hanging out?"
That shit's
Justin?"
that shit's genuinely
I think-
sad.
I don't think he discovered him, but I think Usher discovered Justin
Right.
Bieber, and then Usher kind of brought him into that
To
scene.
Diddy.
That shit's genuinely sad. Like
Which is sad
really
because Usher,
fucking
that
sad.
same thing happened to Usher when he was a kid, and it just fucking continues.
Cycle of life.
What was the? I think I
Genuinely
saw,
so
like,
sad.
one of those tabloids in the grocery store, and it was like, it was Ellen DeGeneres and Justin Bieber, and they had like some security camera thing in a bathroom of like Ellen DeGeneres and Justin Bieber making out, and it was like she had a
Ew.
secret affair on Justin Bieber, and I was like, this is not real.
There's
Ew.
no way.
Ew.
It was just like on one of the
Ew.
covers of one of those tabloids, and it was just like
That's disgusting.
just a picture of like Justin
Genuinely-
Bieber and Ellen DeGeneres making
You're
out.
the prettiest girl I've ever been with.
Yeah.
And then Ellen said the same thing to him. Got him! Justin Bieber's a girl.
We back in 2009.
Oh, I thought you were saying that to
That
Ellen.
was what he
to
was.
Ellen. Just missed the joke.
Well,
Nah,
young Justin
Sam.
Bieber.
Dude, it was crazy, like how evil
I
people
repeated
were
it
on
louder
the
though.
comments. In
I was
YouTube
distracted by
comments in like
Lego.
2000, like 2010, 2009, like all the comments would be like if you looked at a Lady Gaga comments, it was
Gay.
like, where's Justin Bieber's dick? Oh, Lady
I wanna-
Gaga has
I'm
it.
Air Force. You're Navy. You
No,
both
I'm
vote.
gonna play with
Lady Gaga
Go
does
vote,
not
dude.
have a dick.
No, I don't think so.
No, I know so.
Oh,
It's something you want to reveal?
She gave it to Michelle Obama.
That's another Mudhole W.
Critterpit does not endorse anything Mudhole says.
yes, they do.
We'll publish it, but we won't
Yeah.
endorse it.
No, it's right.
So we going to a Mudhole party after this?
Yeah. Brown party.
Party.
Get that stank going.
Jump in the hole, dude, at the Mudhole party.
Jump in the mud.
Whatever you do, don't go to the Mudhole at the Mudhole parties. You won't come out.
Those skid
You
marks
won't
look
come
like
out a
left
virgin.
with.
My hole is full of mud right now. Who wants to roll around?
Got skid marks on your damn forehead.
Oh. We tried to warn them.
Yeah,
We tried to warn the people,
yeah,
but they wouldn't listen.
yeah.
No, don't fuck with the mud hole though.
Or you will get
You
Epstein.
don't- Probably can't handle it.
You couldn't even handle partying with the mud.
Yeah, it gets too brown.
One day, all those episodes are going to be unsealed in court. That's how they're going to get out. That's the only way that they'll see the light of day.
It'll be a Mudhole renaissance.
Yeah, exactly.
But also their downfall.
People will be cheering in the streets.
Yeah.
Cheering for Mudhole, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll be like
Boy.
The Boys, where there's like the Homelanders and the
Yeah, that's me.
Starlighters. There's two distinct
I'm the
factions.
There's the
Homelanders, dude.
mudholers and the critter pits.
The critters and the
Yeah.
Mudholers.
At one point, we were a united front.
Yep.
Now
Yep.
we're fractioning off.
Stormfront. That's
Yeah, you
us.
would
That's
say
Mudhole.
that.
Yeah.
We're Stormfront.
These dogs are whistling.
Oh my god. Yeah, I went on a rabbit hole. A rabbit hole on the Anti-Defamation
Here
League.
we go.
I am not gonna say it. I just found out a bunch
you can't
of...
even say that.
No, I just found out a bunch of like dog whistles. I was just like, I was kind of like just gooning on researching all these dog whistles. I
Adding
was
so
like,
much stuff to your vocabulary.
Damn, you confused
Yeah.
the shit
You're
out
like,
of me.
shit, I didn't realize. I got to make some new
I
friends.
didn't realize a lot of them are really stupid. Like,
I'm so confused.
also the like. I understand where the Anti-Defamation League is coming from with a lot of
need to
it,
get
but
Keegan on the phone.
Yeah, we do.
sometimes
I call up Keegan.
Keegan
sometimes
moderate.
sometimes it's like it's almost like playground humor, and the Anti-Defamation League is like makes a huge deal about it, and it's like it's anti-Semitism, but
I'm calling Keegan.
okay, Keegan.
Keegan, what are the dog whistles you know?
Dude, this is so fucking confused.
Yo, dog, I'm on the
on
pod
speaker.
right now. And we just needed your expertise.
Put him on speaker.
Okay.
Don't fuck this up.
Are you an expert on the Anti-Defamation League dog whistle list?
Not particularly, but I know of it.
Can you list off as many dog whistles?
We're seeing how
as you
who
know?
knows the most.
Okay, I know 6MWE is a bad one.
Is Trump gonna affect the dog whistles?
1488's the most obvious one, most famous one, I feel.
Order 66?
And we disavow
what?
all this.
Yeah.
What do I think about all
This
this?
isn't dog whistles.
I think
Hold on.
I should reiterate
Like-
my point from
like-
earlier. Some of the dog whistles on the Anti-Defamation League sounded like just stuff you would hear on Family Guy.
Put this out.
I mean, a lot of that stuff is really dependent on context, right? Like, the OK symbol is a pretty famous one for that.
White power.
Where, dependent on context, it can be a dog whistle or it can be kind of innocuous. It's one of the bigger issues with dog whistles is dog whistles are designed to be hard to notice, hard to spot. It's why they often are things that already existed, right? Like the OK hand symbol, it's a great example of that, where
Great
that
point.
was a thing that predated like internet Nazi culture, but then it kind of got permeated by it, and they adopted it, and that's how it became a dog whistle.
And so how long does it take the dog to come?
Yeah, where do dogs play into this?
Yeah.
They're coming pretty soon.
Oh, shit.
Did you hear about there was one on there, it was called The Day of the Rope? Do you know about that?
Oh yeah, I know about that one.
What's the day of the rope?
That's a I think it was KKK is like referenced
So-
in
It's not directly KKK, but that is from a book called The Turner Diaries, which is a book that inspired the Oklahoma City bombing. The whole book is just about like a race war, from the perspective of like an evil white nationalist. The book is just like fucking
As opposed to a good
chock-filled
white
with
nationalist?
brutal murder and
Shit.
sexual assault. Like at one point, I think like an underage girl who's white is killed alongside two black men because they were flirting with each other. And the message of the book in that scene is like, well, shouldn't have been talking to him.
Damn.
But at the end of that book, after there's like a nuclear war, the white nationalists have won. And with that, they start the Day of the Rope, which is like they hang all the quote-unquote race traitors and
Oh, wow.
Jews and gays and black people and any minority, really.
Is this his recommendation to the
Books
critters?
like that are so illustrative of why fascism's evil, right? Because even in a fascist's ideal fantasy, it's just brutality.
Mm-hmm.
I should get you to write these articles on the Anti-Defamation League, because the thing I read was like a single paragraph.
Yeah, you got it. There's more context than that. But
Keegan.
to do a quick shout out, I do a shout out of Thought Slime's video on the Turner Diaries. Like, horrifying book, genuinely horrifying.
Well, that's just your opinion. It's just one man's opinion.
You know what? That's fair.
No, it's not fair.
I will say you're
Both sides.
you're gonna have a field day with this episode. We're getting very
my
political.
God.
We've all been saying we
Bro.
need Keegan on this.
Keegan.
Oh, we should ask what
Did you
branch of
hear-
the military he'd rather join.
Yeah, in a second. Did you hear about fucking what's his face getting elected?
Yeah, I did.
What's his face?
You're not locked in like that.
Trump.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that and the outcomes for the world and specifically Canada?
So, I think in terms of like international policy, not much is going to change. like, at least in terms of American foreign policy, I don't see a significant change happening other than it being more outward, like a little bit more outwardly aggressive.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Do you think he's gonna impose the tariffs, like the crazy high tariffs he was saying he was gonna impose on every country?
He's a dipshit, so probably.
Facts.
The
He's
Canadian.
welcome to fucking destroy his economy if he wants, but
I was watching it.
strange choice.
I was watching an interview with like the Canadian ambassador in the States, and they were like, yeah, if he imposes these tariffs like he says he's gonna do, it's just gonna fuck over the American economy like really bad.
Brutally, because the cost of tariffs is not offset on the customers or on the opposing nations. They are like the company that is importing stuff has to pay the tariff. So like a company like Walmart would have to pay tariffs on all Chinese goods that they're bringing in.
I swear to God, if Trump
Like
fucks up Walmart,
every avocado they bring in from Mexico, they'd have to pay a premium on.
Damn.
Avocados from Mexico.
Now, lastly, Keegan, we were talking, if we were, God forbid, to be drafted, what branch of the military are you joining?
also, was he surprised by Trump winning?
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
Because Sam's joining...
Not at all. Not even a little bit surprised.
Okay.
Hey,
I was
Thank you.
I was more shocked that people were surprised.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
I mean, I was a little surprised, but I also saw like the like he was pretty much going to win. He needed like I think like 14 more seats.
Yeah, he was always
And-
polling quite well, too.
Yeah.
Well, and a large issue with that was the Democrats like flubbed that campaign
Yeah.
Yep.
as brutally as they possibly could.
I didn't see anything about Trump's campaign though, like, but that might just be
Need to
because of the
campaign in the
circles.
same way
but-
they did, though.
But that was kind of the thing is like a character like Trump, it doesn't matter. His campaign doesn't matter,
Yeah.
right? Because that's not what he's about. Trump is not about materialism. Trump is about speaking to subjective needs. It's why he targets like vague concepts like immigrants, where he's like, they're eating the dogs and the cats, which is an emotional statement. It's entirely false, but it speaks to that emotional sense, right? And it's an issue the Democrats have because they cannot appeal to that. Because the Democrats are unfortunately closer to left than they are to like the far right ultimately, or at least closer to the center.
Yeah.
And they appeal to like American progressives, right? Progressives don't care about that emotional drive for things. You have to reach out to people's material needs as a Democrat. It is just harder to get elected. You have to attack material needs. This era of we are better than Trump is gone. That worked for one election and was only going to work for one election. And
Also
it
only
was
worked
the one
because
thing
we
I
had,
saw
like,
was,
COVID and shit.
People elated the idea after Trump, like they were elated after Biden won, because in their minds fascism had been like defeated and they pushed it off. And I remember thinking that this is so fucking stupid. What are we doing here? Because if you like, it's genuinely just hitting snooze on the alarm clock.
Yeah, that's a good way
Because
of putting it.
fascism is rooted in material needs. It's why fascism tends to blow up at the same time as like socialist movements. It's because in times of extreme strife, people tend to be more willing to look outside of the traditional system.
Yeah. So what
And
branch you joining?
unfortunately,
So what branch you joining?
sorry, I got distracted.
No, that's all good. I'm
Air
joining the
Force
Navy.
Line planes seem sick.
I also said that for the same
Yeah.
reason.
Sam also joined the Air Force. I was a Navy boy because I want to
You
see the
would.
ocean. What the fuck does that mean?
Saskatchewan boy.
I'd be on the military's official esports division.
That'd be sick,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
It's for morale.
Piloting some RoboCops.
No, I'd just be playing like CS:GO and Dota 2.
Real life robots in war.
I'd be playing some League of
Ideally,
Legends.
I'd like to be one of the ones that just goes on like TikTok comments.
That would be
Okay.
sick. Would you be one of those guys that like goes to high schools and is like, "What are your grades looking like?" And they're like, like I got like 60s in most of that class," and you're like, "You should join the military." You can get a nice car. You can get a nice house if you join the military.
Nice wife.
Yeah, I would just go to high schools, just all those kids down on their luck, probably in minority groups. I'd be like,
Don't
hey,
go to
I
the
can change
Mudhole
your
party.
life.
Don't go to the Mudhole party.
Hit low-income communities.
Yeah, I'd hit the shit out of that. Do some potlucks.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember at my high school they had a job fair in the military thing that was set up there. Someone was like, they were like, "What do you want to go into?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm thinking of going into like photography, like digital advertising." And they're like, "That's never gonna work out. You should join the military." They straight up said that to her.
You should join the military.
Look at this skibbity gun.
Fuck yeah. Also, are you still commenting on Instagram actively, Keegan?
Not as much. I'm kind of, I don't know.
Because we haven't been seeing you.
I don't know. I've been less angry since I've been going to psychology frequently.
That's good.
That is overall good.
No, it's bad.
Yeah,
But we
I'm
do
good.
miss
It's
it.
just, it's not productive at all.
True.
But
And
it's
I
fun
don't
for
know. It's
us.
kind of feeding into that. It's
It was-
just staring into the void, right? It's just getting bigger and bigger.
No, that's very good. I'm very happy to hear that. But I will say, selfishly, I do miss seeing you out there on the front lines.
I actually,
Some bangers.
I
You
just
did.
came to that same conclusion after I sent that thing to Sam. It was this reel where it was like horror movies you need to watch this Christmas season.
Yeah.
And it was a whole
You're
list of
getting
them,
into
and
it
at
with
the
somebody
bottom
in
was
the comments.
Terrifier 3.
Terrifier 3 was fun.
And then in the comments, someone was like, Terrifier 3 will change you. So then I was just like, the only way this movie changed me was like by pissing me off because it was so bad. And then she started like trying to strawman me and go like, oh, would you say those same things about Joker 2? And I was like, I haven't seen Joker 2. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Oh,
I
boy.
tend to just answer yes to hypotheticals. I don't care how ridiculous it is. I fucking hate hypotheticals at all times. I do not engage.
Graham's got a hypothetical for you.
Okay, yeah. This is a good hypothetical. I've been hitting everyone with this. And Jake, you got to hit this as well. Did Sam hear this one?
I don't think so.
No, this is my hot sauce hypothetical. So, so in this hypothetical,
get this hypothetical.
everything that you drink
Okay.
in your mouth will have the texture and taste and heat of hot sauce. It's like you're drinking
What
a hot
kind
sauce.
of hot sauce?
You get to pick. That's the hypothetical. But everything you drink, but like if you're drinking like water, you're not gonna get like too much sodium, too much like vinegar or anything. You're gonna.
Right, it's like some magic bullshit. It just immediately tastes and
But you
has the texture.
will get the like healthy benefits that you would get from drinking hot sauce. You get those nutrients until a point where like if you had any more, it would be bad for you.
Okay.
But like water would hydrate you just like water. Booze would make you drunk. Caffeine would still wake you up. All of that still works. Everything's just hot sauce in your mouth. What hot sauce are you picking?
So everything
No,
tastes
that's
like
tough.
hot sauce.
That's tough.
See, personally, I said either like Frank's Buffalo. I like Frank's Buffalo, but it's a little basic. My spicier pick would be Tapatio. That shit, if that's even how you pronounce it, that shit hits. Tapatio? I don't know how to.
I don't know.
What,
That's a good one.
Well, get back to us when you find out, Keegan.
I might go for just like, I don't know. Ah, fuck. I was gonna say buffalo, but I actually like hate buffalo sauce.
are you gonna like wimp out and take like a not spicy one? Cause like drinking hot sauce all the time, you're going
You
to
would adjust to it.
yeah, you're gonna adjust to it.
But if you picked something like super spicy, it would
Well,
just be
yeah,
like
but like,
painful.
why would you
Yeah.
be picking like Da Bomb, like Million Scoville hot sauce?
Because I'm not a
Like,
pussy. Like Ethan.
That's the way to win this hypothetical.
Yeah.
You develop like an extreme tolerance pretty quick.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, thank you for your inputs, Keegan. We'll let you get back
Always
to
a
your
pleasure.
night. It's always a pleasure. Hop on the pod
You
soon.
guys have a good
We
night.
gotta set up that Christmas app.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking to Sam about that.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
We'll get on that soon.
Caleb wants in on that.
He is not invited in on that.
All right. Well, you guys have a good
Well, I'm
night.
kidding.
Have fun.
Caleb, of course, can come on. Of course. Okay.
Shaking my
Goodbye.
head.
Love you. Goodbye.
Love you too.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God, Liam Neeson just died.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I was joking. I was messing with you guys.
Oh my God. P. Diddy just killed himself in prison.
Oh no!
Oh no!
This is such a tragedy.
Oh no, Mudholes just killed themselves in prison.
Mudholes just
Kanye?
killed themselves live on air.
Oh no. Cut their mics.
All right, great app.
Wait, how long did we go?
We're at an hour
Fuck yeah, we finally hit an hour.
and that's an hour.